Welcome back everyone. Now previous lesson we learned about why to use functions. Now in this lesson we will learn how to use functions. Now this is our previous code, we don't need that anymore. Okay. Now function has three parts. Function definition, function call and function prototype. Now we'll start with function prototype. What is a function prototype? Function prototype tells the compiler about the number of parameters and type of the function. Now let's make a function prototype. It has a data type. Now we will make a function to add numbers. So we will be using integers and the data type would be int. And let the function name be add, and we have to use brackets. And inside the brackets we have to specify the number of parameters that we will be using. By parameters I mean variables or whatever you are using in the function. In this case it's variables. So we will be adding two numbers, that means we need two parameters, both of integer type. And we'll end it with a semicolon. Now semicolon is important for the function prototype. Now if you want, you can give any random name to the function prototype variables. It is not necessary. If you want, you can just give any variable name in Dutch or L or whatever you want. You can give any name you want. It's not necessary. It will also work if you prefer not to give it any name. Now that's about the function prototype. Now function definition, that is an important part. So we'll write the function definition now. Now function definition can be made inside the main block or outside the main block. It doesn't matter. Okay. To start that, we'll start by the data type of the function, and inside we'll need the parameters. Now the parameters are int c, let it be c, and int y. It can be any variables. Now we'll start the bracket. Now cout c plus y. Alright. Now the prototype variables and the definition variables need to match. If they don't match, the function will not work. Now one more thing is needed, that is called the function call. That is, we have to pass some value to the function. So let us receive those values, and before receiving we need variables. So int x and y, cin x and y. Now we have to pass these variables to a function x, y and semicolon. Alright. Now our program looks done. Now what this will do is, this is called the function call. Now this x will be passed towards the c and this y will be passed towards this y, and it will print the sum of our variables. Now let's compile and check. Oops. We'll save it somewhere else. Okay, now we'll compile. Alright, 5 and 6, and you can see that the output is correct, 11. Now by adding this one line, you can prevent rewriting this code again. Now in this simple program you won't understand the need, but when you are writing a program of very large program like 100 lines or 1000 lines, functions will help us reduce our workload. Now that is the use of functions. Now I'll just do a slight recap. There are three parts: function prototype, function definition, and function call. These three are three parts of function. Now the function prototype needs to end with a semicolon, and it tells our compiler about the type of the function. It tells about the number of parameters and the type of the function. Function call passes the variables needed towards the function. The function definition is all about what the function is supposed to do. Now in this case, function is to print the sum of the variables passed towards that function. I think it is clear to you. Now that is all about functions. I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.